There is a direct connection between your stomach and the spirit realm. Your stomach is like a portal. Your stomach is a second brain. You know how people say that they have a gut feeling or a gut instinct about something? This is very true. I want to read something to you. Intuition is a very real process where the brain makes use of past experiences along with internal signals and cues from the environment to help us make a decision. Then I did further research about this. There are psychologists and physiologists that have done studies that show that the interaction of the nervous system with the digestive system, our stomach picks up signals. And based off the signals that our stomach picks up, it can either affect us negatively or positively. There are neurotransmitters that send signals to our brain from our stomach, and it can affect our digestion. It can affect our gastrointestinal function by our level of stress or our emotions. If you're experiencing stress, it can cause a signal to your brain to cause pain. Your body is reacting based off of the stress that you're experiencing. Some of the most intuitive people experience things in their stomach because it's a signal. We're picking up on frequencies and energy that we may store within our stomach. There is either negative energy or positive energy. And if you're somebody that's very intuitive, you can feel everything. You can pick up on everything. And it's almost like it can be a blessing and a curse. Women and men can experience this. It works the same. However, sometimes women are more tapped in emotionally. So we tend to be the ones that say that we feel things in our gut or deep down inside of us. That deep down inside is usually that stomach area. When we hear God speak to us, a lot of times it's coming from the core of our being, and the core of our being is our stomach. So we have to be careful what signals, what frequencies, what energy we're taking in, because it has to be released. Everything has to be released. God has created us to release. Energy never dies. When you take in energy and you take in things and you take in stress and you take in offenses and different things, it can cause illness to attack your body because it hasn't been released. When you're taking in a lot and you don't release it, it can kill you. Just like with anxiety. A lot of us may struggle with anxiety and we feel it in the core of us. We feel it in our stomach. Some people, they may overeat because of anxiety. They're dealing with things outwardly, but some of us may be experiencing it internally, and we internalize it, and then we have issues with our digestive system where it may be like extreme bloating. Maybe you're not able to eat. Maybe you're not able to keep food in your stomach. This is all spiritual as well. It can be proven. It's associated with stress. Sickness cannot dwell in a happy body. At that point, your immune system is strengthened. Illness comes by internalizing stress and internalizing things and not releasing it. It starts with the mind. I've struggled with anxiety in the past, anxiety and depression. When I would speak with someone about it, the first thing they would ask me is, well, what are you thinking about? And I didn't realize what I was thinking about because it was rehearsed so much in my mind that it came naturally. And then when you rehearse something in your mind over and over, your body starts to react. You don't even realize that you're not well because of something that you've rehearsed in your mind over and over. Remember, the mind is the battleground. And if the enemy can attack your mind, he can attack your body. The Bible says to renew your mind daily because there's things that happen, we don't release it, we internalize it. And you release it by talking about it. You go into God and praying about it. Sometimes you have to cry. Crying cleanses your soul because it's another form of release. God has created us to release. We have to release. Our physical bodies have to release, whether it's releasing toxins from your body, having bowel movements, having to urine, tears. Sex is another form of release, but obviously God has restrictions to that because you want to do it within the context of marriage, because if you don't, it can cause sickness and infirmities to attack your body if it's not done the way God has intended it. When we follow God's laws and his order of things, that's when we experience an abundant abundant life. That's when we prosper mind, body, soul, and spirit. When someone deals with anxiety, it's about you internalizing things and you're not releasing those toxins, those spiritual and emotional toxins in your body. Just like you have to have a bowel movement, sometimes we need to release things that we're holding on to. This is what causes bitterness, and bitterness causes cancer because it's things that you're holding on to that you have not released and given to God. God heals us mind, body, soul, and spirit. And only God can do that, because you can take care of your physical health, but if you don't take care of your spiritual health, which is also connected to your emotional health, then you can do all these things, these natural things, and it won't do anything. If this wasn't so, there would not be a such thing as stress and tension headaches. It comes from what signals you're picking up and you're internalizing, and it's not being released. It's not being addressed. Some things we have to get out. We have to talk about it. We have to release it to God, because sometimes you may release it to the wrong person and confide in the wrong person, and it can cause you to not feel well. You have to have discernment about even who to release these things to and how to release. God is our source. Allow him to heal you mind, body, soul, and spirit.